What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. A while back, I caught all three of the Disney Channel Zombies movies since the third movie was a new release on Disney Plus last year. If you're not familiar with these, all three of these are very teen-oriented movies where humans and zombies, werewolves, and all other horror characters live in the same world, but it's all very lighthearted and there's a lot of singing and dancing, and I had a quick ranking of all of them that I never got around to doing as one of my last holdovers from last year. So I'm considerably late to doing this, but I'm going to rectify all that right now. Before we begin, let me know in the comments what your ranking of Disney's Zombies movies are if you've seen all of them. As always, this is just my list and not a definitive ranking. Also, make sure to hit that thumbs up button if you like these videos, as it helps me out immensely by getting my content out there. And if you're new here, I hope you consider hitting that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with more movie-related content like reviews and rankings. So, let's not waste any more time, and let's jump into the list. In last place, Zombies 2. Now, the thing with all three of these movies is that they basically share the majority of the same positives and negatives. The looks of any fantastical creatures like the zombies are basically just some light makeup. The production values, not that I'm expecting much from a Disney Channel movie, look like something out of a local amateur play or a high school production. On top of the fact that the acting's all pretty hit and miss. But at the same time, there are some nice themes about acceptance, and while the song and dance numbers are pretty generic and forgettable, they're still cute for what they are, and there's at least an inkling of sincerity to them. Those qualities are shared among all three movies. This is just the weakest version of that sort of movie. With the first movie mainly centered around animosity towards zombies, werewolves are the focus of everyone's attention here, where they're treated like adversaries. But the thing is, anything involving the werewolves was honestly the weakest aspect of the movie. It tries adding in this somewhat complicated backstory to them, and while I appreciate trying to flesh these characters out, for what the rest of the movie was trying to accomplish, where it's all cheery, happy-go-lucky song and dance numbers, it just doesn't click as well. It just tries a bit too much and it just falls flat. Though, considering all these movies are heavily geared towards younger audiences, they honestly might not care. Our runner-up, Zombies 3, this time with the adversaries being aliens. And with that, along with this moving to Disney Plus as opposed to just being a DCOM, there's a slightly more polished look to it. Some of the effects still had this amateurish feel, but this does a bit of a better job at conveying that grander feel that the second movie was also looking to accomplish. It didn't feel so needlessly overly convoluted. Other than that though, all the other positives and negatives I mentioned about two more or less apply here. The acting's so-so, the song and dance sequences aren't anything memorable, they're slightly catchier here, but it conveys all the themes about dealing with prejudice and having acceptance in a heartfelt way, and it'll be enough for younger audiences to go along with all the fun, bright, flashing colors. So, really not much else to say about this one. But in first place is the original Zombies, a pretty straightforward story about boy meets girl, boy and girl's families and friends don't approve and they get together anyway. It's all pretty standard stuff, just except for the one fact that one of the characters is a zombie. But in this universe, zombies no longer crave brains. Unlike the other two movies on this list, this is probably the least ambitious of all these movies, and while it's still very much a movie specifically geared towards younger audiences, and you won't get much out of this if you're not in that target audience, I'd say it winds up being to the movie's advantage. It's a movie that knows what it is and isn't looking to overdo it. All it wants to get across is a meaningful lesson that kids can take away from it, while doing so in a cheery, positive way, filled with song and dance sequences. And while, as I've said for the other two movies, the quality of those song and dance sequences, along with the acting, production values, and so on, are pretty hit and miss, it still works well enough for what it is, so that way kids will enjoy it. It's the furthest thing from a new Disney classic, it's not necessarily the best DCOM out there, but it's cute, its heart's in the right place, and it comes in as my number one of the Zombies movies. But let me know, what's your ranking of Disney's Zombies movies? Did you agree with this list at all? Did you disagree with it? Have you even seen all these movies? Let me know in the comments below so we can discuss. Also, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and share it. And for more movie reviews and film discussion, please make sure to hit that subscribe button to stay updated. Thanks for watching, everyone, and keep having fun with film.